It is my great pleasure to again welcome Chancellor Castro as he continues the transition to his new role as the 8th Chancellor to lead the California State University. The grandson of Mexican immigrants, he is the first person of color and first native Californian to serve as the Chancellor of our great university. We are proud that this dedicated and compassionate lifelong educator is charged with advancing the CSU's mission to provide students from all walks of life with a transformative, high-quality education that empowers them to become our bold leaders of tomorrow. Chancellor Castro begins his work at a most consequential and historic moment for our nation. As we navigate a series of profound crises, a worldwide pandemic, economic uncertainty, social and racial injustice, and deep, bitter political divisions that cross our nation, state, and communities. Earlier this month, we watched in horror as a violent mob, incited by inflammatory and irresponsible comments, founded on inaccuracies and lies, stormed the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., and causing the death of 5 people. The founders of our great nation knew that the lifeblood of a vibrant and peaceful society is a well-informed citizenry. They knew, as has often been said, that democracy dies in darkness. Thankfully, the California State University is a place of free and open inquiry and discourse, where the lamp of learning shines, and all those who have the drive to succeed and the courage to dream. Now more than ever, it is our duty to ensure that our campuses remain beacons of truth, knowledge, and inclusive excellence for future generations. Martin Luther King Jr., whose legacy we celebrated earlier this month, wrote in his own college newspaper, "Education must enable one to sift and weigh evidence, to discern the true from the false, the real from the unreal, and the facts from fiction. Our role as an institution of higher learning is not just to debunk fake news and alternative facts, but to train our students to pre-bunk them with a critical mindset that enables them to discern truth from falsehood and delusion from evidence-based reality. It gives me immense pride, as I'm sure it does many of you, that as our nation's largest and most diverse university, the CSU stands as one of its greatest contributors to a critically minded open society by extending a world-class education to students from all backgrounds. And so, with a continued focus on authentic access, unparalleled value, and the promise of social mobility, we do so. Our university offers one of the lowest tuition rates in the nation. Tuition has been raised only once in the past 10 years, and as the Chancellor announced yesterday, it will not be raised for the academic year 2021-22. To further ensure affordability for families throughout our state, each year our campuses provide more than $4.5 billion in financial aid. In fact, about 84% of all CSU students receive some type of financial aid, and 60% receive enough to cover the full cost of their tuition. Most graduate with zero debt. And upon graduation, we've made sure our students are well equipped to join California's economy, the 5th largest in the world, and one in which 2/3 of all job openings require a college degree. Our graduates are primed to help California meet its projected demand for at least 1.3 million additional degree holders through the year 2023. With gainful employment, most CSU graduates recoup the cost of attending college within just 2 years, according to a recent report from the Campaign for College Opportunity. The report also noted that college graduates typically earn $1 million more through their lifetimes than those with just a high school diploma. and they are far less likely to be unemployed. There is no doubt that a college degree provides strong protection against economic downturn. With low cost and high return, the CSU consistently lands among the top U.S. universities for value and upward mobility. In November, our campuses once again received the highest possible ratings in CollegeNet's 2020 Social Mobility Index. Nearly all CSU campuses were in the top 16% of this influential index. And 4 of our campuses, Fresno, Long Beach, Pomona, and Stanislaus, have ranked in the top 20 for 7 consecutive years. This fall, California students and their families demonstrated their trust in the CSU's promise of value, security, and socioeconomic ascent. Despite the pandemic, the CSU received more than 800,000 undergraduate applications for fall 2021, down just 4% from last year. Further, our campuses received more than 26,000 post-baccalaureate applications, a 46% increase compared to last year. Several campuses, including Humboldt, East Bay, Pomona, San Bernardino, San Marcos, and Stanislaus, have extended their application deadline and are still working with students who need additional time to apply. So the number for both undergraduate and graduate students will continue to rise. And our campus outreach and recruitment teams are working hard this winter to encourage students who have been admitted to a CSU campus to commit and enroll this fall, when we expect a return to in-person activities. Our message to admitted students is clear. By moving forward with their education, students are making the best possible investment in themselves and taking a significant step toward a productive, prosperous, and rewarding future. And while education is indeed a wise investment for our students, we all reap the dividends. Higher education bridges our divisions. It promotes health and prosperity for all and strengthens our democracy. With the spring semester upon us and a new hopeful day for our nation ahead, I thank all of you for continuing your work through difficult circumstances while staying true to the values that bring us together: access, opportunity, and inclusive excellence. That concludes my report. I would now like to turn it over to Chancellor Castro for his inaugural report. Chancellor Castro.